Hello, welcome to Scrap Time, episode 690. My name is Christine, and on today's episode, I'm showing you the pink Paislee Mistables and the Tattered Angels chalkboard sprays. I'm going to start by showing you some of the pink Paislee Mistable products. Here we have some of the papers. This one's a text, and you should be able to see that there is this clear pattern on the papers. There's that one. There's this sort of old ledger, and the more of clear you see when you spray it, the more that'll show up. I'm going to do a little test of it in a bit. But there's this one. You can see too, some are sort of the white, some have a yellowish. This one is more of a pinky tone background. This is a nice one here. Go back to that. And put those aside. They also have wood alphabets that take the sprays really well. There is this little fabric trim here. There are some die cuts again that have a resist on them. And then there is another alphabet that also has a resist on the different letters. So today for my misting, I am using some of the new chalkboard spray colors from Tattered Angels. We have 7 C's, Tomato Cerise, Medallion, this is Calypso, Cherry Cola, and Valencia. So the chalkboard sprays tend to be a little bit more opaque than the regular ones. You can still see through them. They just have more of a solid, stronger color, I find. So I'm taking a couple papers just so you can see what happens when I spray them. I'm going to spray the first one with 7 C's. I find when you use a darker color, the resist will pop a lot more. So we're just going to spray it on, and already you should see that resist popping through there. Just going to take my paper, pick some of the excess up, or my paper towel, and you can see how beautiful that resist comes through. So through the spray, it's not like opaque, because you can still see it just has a stronger color than the regular glimmer mist. And it still has sparkle in it as well. Now I'm going to just do another piece here. This one has more of the resist, and it's this sort of pattern is what's going to be sprayed. I'm going to do Tomato Cerise. So you can just use the same cloth. You can even just sort of wipe it off because there's so much resist on this paper. So you can see the difference between the two papers. Whereas this one had a small resist pattern and so more of the paper got sprayed. This one had a large resist pattern and just that outline gets sprayed. I'm also going to show you just the little trim and how well that takes to the sprays. I'm going to use Valencia. And this is like a cotton little piece of fabric here. And you can see how nice the spray just soaks right into that trim. And then you can just move it around to get the other parts here that were hidden in the trim. But it takes the sprays really nicely. So I'm going to show a couple things I made. So I made this layout here, and I used one of the papers as my background. And what I decided to do, instead of spraying the whole paper, I just sprayed it a bit in the tomato down here and Valencia up here, and then let it just go off to nothing. So I decided not to spray the whole paper, just keep it around the photo. And you can easily add whatever colors you want. They blend really nicely. Then I just took a strip just to add down here of the other paper in the other color. These are those die cuts. You can see how around the edge there is the resist, and then in the middle is open. And then what I did is I just dipped the edges around in the red just to make them stand out a bit more. I decided on this project I was going to leave the wood just plain, and then I sprayed the I think that's the cherry cola, and then used the little embellishment there. Here I made a card and I used that alphabet. So now you can start to see all these little resist lines in the alphabet really start to pop up. And then I sprayed some of the little trim and I just glued it onto the bottom of my card. Very cute and easy. Then I did this card here. I made it a 6x6 card. I used the trim to make the flower, and then this is one of the pink paisley bling pieces. And then here we have the wood. So this time I sprayed the wood so you can see how beautiful it is sprayed. Then what I did is I took the glam. Now the glams now, they are making them all clear with a colored glam. This one here is called Blizzard. So it's no longer colored with a color, it's all going to be clear with a color. So I just took my glam, and you can see the nice chunks of glitter on the letters on top of that. It just adds even a bit more bling to it. And for this flower, what I did is I made it a pin. You can see inside the card, I just cut a couple little lines there. So I can just take it off. I just put some felt on with my clip. So this can be a clip for your hair. It can be a clip for your cardigan or your shirt. And so again, I like to do this whenever I make flowers and cards. The card becomes the gift. So we have that really cute card. So that is the Mistable products from Pink Paislee, as well as the Chalkboard sprays and the glam from Tattered Angels. Well, that's it for today's episode. Be sure to check out our website at www.scraptime.ca. And on our next episode, I'm going to be showing you how you can make your own washi tape. So please join us. Thanks for watching Scrap Time.